just make sure this is going through. I hate when it says, like, upcoming. There we go. Sweet, and welcome back to another fantastic episode. We have What Remains of Edith Finch, and I've been wanting to do a story for this game for a while.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
If that's not me, welcome. Let me see if I can... Oh, there's a reticle. I might turn that on, actually. But yes, so I've wanted to play this game. I mean, I've played this game in general, but I wanted to play this game this season for...
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
For a minute, since we kind of like were like, oh, I don't like how choppy it is, though. I remember it getting choppy in some sections, but it could be the outside. I think it's mostly the outside.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Pay now. But
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I think I remember it just being choppy. But yeah, no, it's a really good game. Definitely a little bit darker. It's not really
In her will,
spooky.
my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
It's not really spooky.
Maybe she thought
per
I'd
se.
know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The mystery would be enough to bring me back. But it's not really spooky per se, but like, I mean, I think it hits the vibe just well enough, especially since we've been
I
doing...
wouldn't have driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
But it kind of works out because we've been doing like these linear story games, like walking simulator games for a bit this year. So I think it kind of adds to the whole vibe of part of this year of just walking sims. Even though
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
missing. But
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
that was for taking both paths to the house. That's so funny. But I don't even remember what it's talking about. But yeah, I'm not. I mean, I think it's just like a nice, like, full circle. I'm not sure if I might try to sneak one in for October. We'll see what I'm feeling. Oh. That's cool. You gotta see it from the other side. I might try to sneak one in for October. Sneak something fun in. It might not be specifically a linear story game, but I love linear story games. They're one of my faves. They're walking simulator games.
The house was exactly like I remembered it. The the way I'd been dreaming about it.
The dragon. Another missing one. It'd be funny, I feel like, when you zoom in, you pick up your hands and, like, scope with your eyes. It'd be such a fun little detail.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
That's where you go through the doggy door. It's just fun getting into...
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Weird.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Of course not.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
It's fun getting the, like, dialogue, honestly. That's another, like, aspect of these like walking simulator games, especially in like good ones, where like you'll get different.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me even then.
Killed her husband? I think it like killed like one of her siblings or something, or maybe it did kill her husband. I can't remember. No, but it's so funny. Like, I mean, horror, like morbidly funny, but just the whole storyline here. And I feel like if you haven't seen What Remains of Edith Finch, you always could watch, like, play it yourself. If not,
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
After it sank.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
It's weird that that they sealed it off. Let me get on the little...
After Milton disappeared, Mom
Power
sealed up all
lifter.
the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Yeah, it's
I
very...
spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
It's very interesting.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Of course.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What my mom had been afraid of. Just me and like at the rest of the upstairs here. Might as well.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Moon.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Yeah, like a full upstairs bathroom that's just not used anymore.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Like, imagine just like
Edie's
locking
father,
everything
Odin,
up.
built the original house.
That shit would be so hard.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Until America grew out of it. Here we go. This is my favorite part. I love the, like, little...
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
It's just
like I had
amazing.
no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Like, I love this little area. And, like, the little back rooms and shit. So cool.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I kept eating and eating.
Gross.
I ate a lot of things that night.
That's definitely not good for you.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly... I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
I was an
First,
owl.
all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Shit.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Gross.
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
I didn't chew.
Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
I'm stacked. Petty.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Look at them feet.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Just a fatty. Where'd it go? There it went.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. was big, and I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop it, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
So interesting how there's so many weird little different game ideas.
I slithered
and stuff
onto
in
the
this.
sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
The good smell.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Delicious. Eerie.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the
Molly's
peephole.
gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
For the people. Oops.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though,
Mom didn't like
when
it
we
at
adopted
all.
a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oh,
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
oh, is this like a dollhouse of a house? That's cute.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Johan.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Taking a whole ass house.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Not my house.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Odin.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Ingeborg. The peoples are so goofy.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
What the
Edie
fuck?
knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Because her hands are burned. Built in 1937. Sven.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
But she didn't. Because that was our Sven. He died.
Even in her 90s.
Oh, jeez.
Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
That was closer. I don't know, but this is actually making me feel a little...
The
I
only
think
trace
just the
Grandpa
Edie
Sam's first
stuff.
wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Pretty big trace. But, I don't know, just the Edie
There's
stuff.
a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
She leaves the pop-ups out. She's like, fuck it, I don't care.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Oh, excuse me.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Milton. Really cool little thing though. They both get a little clubhouse and everything. It's like, what? I want one of these. Missing something.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
I'm surprised it would fall on that side. Oh, that's so goofy. I love these though, like I was saying. These little like hidden rooms and stuff like that. Hidden doors and shit like that. They're my favorite little thing. I want one. I want like a little hidden compartments.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, going around.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
And he did. That's sad.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
It's crazy how much death is in their family.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about
Carl.
Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Hey.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
What the
So
fuck?
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Right on cue.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, this is definitely getting copywritten. The Michael Myers music, god damn it. Or, yeah, it's like, I think the Michael Myers movie.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and
Act
confused
furious.
and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Wonder what roller skate, that seems dangerous.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he really was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Yeah, he's gone.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call
It's
a
horrible.
real eerie tale.
It's the ear at the end. That's funny.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
That's where it came from. Interesting. She was full-on adult at this point.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh, that's right, now that we know the key for the music box.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Just never did it enough. What a weird key. But I love that, like, little mechanism of it just popping out.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh,
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
That's crazy. He was just, I forgot that he was just living on you here.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
2005.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Weird.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly.
And Molly.
And Calvin.
Oh, this is his rubbish hole. Rubbish hole.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Got hit by a train. 2005.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Saving.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
That's pretty. But what is the practicality and how and where does this go to?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Peanut butter or something, tomato.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
This is like a defunct railway at this point.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
We made it real. R.I.P. boy. So I assume, yeah, it used to be a train here that ran by.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
If this all just died with me.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
And that's like the old house. Like, sank just right away from shore.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
No, the dialogue, weird.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
So many
3 of the
pets.
gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
I love Molly Finch, Calvin Finch, Sven Finch, and Edie Finch. Walter Finch. Barbara Finch, the star. It's really pretty.
I'm sure Odin's
location.
monument had been Edie's idea.
And then Odin, of course,
My
gets
mom
a
was always
monument.
trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
There we go.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh yeah.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
I see. Never put down like when he died.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
They're bad, bad parents. That's what they were. It's not like they were
But looking
cursed.
back on it now,
They just really, really neglectful.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Right. What the fuck were you... Why would you do that? Shannon's the glass walking on it.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
God damn.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Pretty country. And war. Nah, I don't want to go there yet.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Go out of his way to meet it. if I remember Sam's too much.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
Edith Finch National
I'm gonna
Park.
take
That's
some
funny.
pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No, I'm not sure what it was.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Let's see. Maybe. Or was it? It could have been.
Oh.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
What am I missing?
I'm over here, Dad.
Oh.
Dad.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to...
Bonk.
Great shot, Dawn!
Oh shit, Jesus Christ.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
That's sad. Damn. so I assume his daughter was her mom.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Dang. So Molly, Barbara, Calvin, and Sam were all Sven's children. But then also Walter too. No, yeah, yeah, I think Walter too, because I think Walter was Barbara's brother. Weird. Edith. That's you, Edith. HVAC.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Mission control. What baby gate? No. Damn, this one's sad. Divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds. that I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called her, she could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
So weird. The fucking frog hands.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Is this, I assume, Sam's first kid?
Sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Moon. So, and then Sam with Kay had Gus and Dawn, but then also with Sanjay, I think he had Edith, Milton, and Lewis, and Sanjay, I assume, is Edith's mom? Or no. Actually, who is it? Oh, Dawn maybe is Sam's daughter. I see.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I remembered.
You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, he has like a little punk rock bracelet. That's funny.
The wind picked up,
So
and
Gus was a
panicked
little
geese
punker.
appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Make the music louder. Thought so. I was thinking that's how the whatchamacallit fell. The totem.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
That's sad.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Gus. There's a third bed, so yeah, I was gonna say that's her bed. Yep. Interesting that they had like this very specific upbringing. But then, to be fair, Sam grew up with the fact of Walter living in a bunker, Kelvin dying, Barbara dying, Molly dying. So, I could see it. Be a baby. So climbing wall, that's cool.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Understandable. Oh, but she still looks like down at them. That's such a vibe.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay. Yeah, so does Don met Sanjay. Not Sam, but who did Sam get remarried to? I guess, did he even have kids with them? I don't think so. They just got remarried.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
I can see that. Does that just lead you back? I don't want to go back down, god damn it. Why would I want to go back down? I gotta climb back up. Shit.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
But didn't, yeah, Sanjay's dead though.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Was her dad Sanjay, I wonder? Edith, Milton. Louis. Welcome.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Edie was used to that. Little plastic storage. Welcome.
And for a while, things were good. Almost
they
normal.
Have the homeschool. I forgot about this. So, so interesting.
But it didn't last.
Like light bulb. Kind of dying out. Alright kids, scientific method, observation, questions, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion. Awesome.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
When Edith gave him a castle. Oh, yeah, and I think... Yeah, I was gonna say...
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
And we'll go through the Unfinished Swan again, because I've already done it technically before. But yeah, I kind of forgot that the two were put together. Or like, kind of combined somewhat.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
If you want to know the story, you have to play the game.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Interesting. You kind of forgot about that. Is there anything?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Weird. But I feel it.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
It's like, actually, there's more. Guess what? Oh, yeah, that's like the garden. Yeah.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
These hammock chairs are pretty cool. Yeah, I was honestly thinking this one was going to take a lot longer, so we'll probably try to get this finished up in the one
Louis's
go.
room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
You're surprisingly bad at them. He has a nice little spot, though.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis-topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. At all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. followed the sound of her silver harp.
Oh, silver harp.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
I imagine this is like an entire game based around this concept.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. I began to forget the world we know.
It's kind of sad. This whole his whole
I think
story
it pained
is sad.
him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Right? Just having to do this job, this monotonous, nasty-ass job. Like, it's whatever, you know. Power to the king.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Honestly, I think this is why I want to do this stuff. For my dad.
I still thought I could save him.
Say he offered this at one point.
Even after he
in
said he was
Alaska.
being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
And I don't know, just something about it. I just wasn't.
The palace
wasn't
would be
about
packed
it.
with his
But
companions.
thinking about it, this is probably why. This deep-seated thought of this game. It's probably one of the longer
Including the
sections,
wise
but it's
Calico
really
who
good.
insisted on
This one.
advising him.
The cat. Molly. That's sad.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Even like the fish, you can't
Bend
escape
down
the
his
fish.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
So sad.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Fucking load.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
I love how they just kind of like built up. They were like, yeah, we can't just live down there anymore. My mom ended up leaving
everything behind.
Can't just live down there anymore because all those rooms are like closed off, so...
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
The final one? Damn. That took like some hours. Like an hour and a half or some shit.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
I'm not going. To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Damn. Mood.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you. There's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
I lost my way. I'm an old lady.
I got turned around.
Where'd you get turned around? You old crow? Oh shit, now I'm turned around.
For a while, I wandered.
And then I got lost
at sea. Seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
We just left. We got the fuck out of there. Am I supposed to alert?
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Grandma, no! Damn, that's even more
The
sad.
next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
She was already gone. No more Grandma!
After that, we moved around a lot.
And we never saw Grandma again. Grandma! Grandma died.
We both tried to make the best of it.
And she didn't even know. That's pretty fucked. Whole
A few
story
years went by.
fucked. Ah, I am the dandelion. One with the dandelion, yes. For being one with the
My mom didn't
dandelion
like to talk about it,
means you flow with the wind.
but she started getting sick a lot.
Flow with time.
The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Damn.
And then I was alone.
Grandma cursed Mama. Grandma's like, you
Last
devil
Finch left
woman,
alive.
you will go to hell.
Until I found out about you.
I don't even know. I don't even know how I got
still
pregnant.
not sure what to tell you about all this.
It was a miracle, some
If we
would
lived
say.
forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
They've got...
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're in the birth canal. We are the
This journal
baby.
was supposed to be for you.
Sensors. Put the sensors on.
But
We're
now I
going
hope
through
you'll
the
never see it.
fucking birth canal. Jesus Christ.
I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Luckily, I feel like it's more implied versus like visually seeing a vagina. But fuck me.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
And she is dead. That's right, because you are the kid exploring the grounds after your mama died. Because, God forbid, a Finch survives more than 5 minutes. You fucking breathe. Oh, dead. Now that's fucked. I'm making light of the story here. It's a very, very sad story. A lot of death. A lot of death. But bravo. I've like I said, I've played this one before, but this one's a good little pop. Bravo. Good job. We did it. Good job, everyone. Everything ends. Ooh, all in all, I wish, like, that's my biggest thing is, I wish these were longer. I don't understand why linear story games, walking simulators have to be so fucking short sometimes. It boggles my mind. It's like, we're making a book, y'all. You're making a fucking book. Write it as a book. Don't write like, oh, I wrote like 5 paragraphs. That's enough. And like, it works. It's a small dibbit. I paid $4.99 for it on sale. Though technically it's $19.99 for an hour and some time. And to be fair, mostly you're not going to be going back through this. Like, it's a once every, like, oh, cool, we got an achievement for fucking watching the cutscene, or the credits, which normally we don't watch the credits. So, Gaston Gregory, that's funny. Carl, can you not do that shit on the boxes? Like, I don't, you guys are, I'm trying to do something, and my cat's a turd. Real quick. Oh shit, look at that. Oh, and we got some comments. Let's see what the comments are. First comment, might as well subscribe. Fuck yeah, dude. That's that's a better comment than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a little bit more annoying. Like, you do it weird or some shit like that. Like, okay, cool, good for you. Anyways, back to my spiel. And I did not realize that this game was an Annapurna Interactive, like, published game, so that's kind of interesting. But anyways, but yeah, I just like, you know, and it works. Like I said, it works. I feel like they could have added more to make it a little bit longer, but it works in the end. But all in all, a fucking story game, a linear story game, should not be 4 hours, should not be 1 hour, 2 hours. Like, I want that shit to be like at least 8 hours. I'm paying for a book. Like, I'm paying more than a book for a game. I want that shit to be a book length. I want to take book length as in, like, if I was a actual like fast reader. I'm slow, so it takes me 8 years to read a book. But for other people, it takes them like few hours. You know, it takes them a weekend type shit. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about, a weekend for a book. That shit takes me 8 weekends. 8 months weekends, 8 months of weekends. No, I mean, it took me fucking like, and interspersely, took me like, fucking, what is it, the replay, oh, it's not even time to eat. You literally have fucking time. I think you can just, yeah, replay specific sections, yeah. But anyways, where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Doesn't matter. Talking about the book. Or talking about reading. For like 398 pages or some shit like that, it took me like 6 months. 6 months. 7 months. We'll be generous. Generous and say 7 months. So it's like, I don't get how you can read a book in fucking a weekend, but I mean, I'm slow, so that's really all it is. I'm slow. My mom can read shit fast. My fucking Lily can read shit fast. But all in all, rant aside, make linear story games like consistently 8 hours. I've said this before, and I will say it continuously and for the infinity of time until I die. Story games should be 8 fucking hours. I'm paying, you know, 20 bucks most likely for it, and if you're asking for 30 bucks, 40 bucks, shit like that, go fuck yourself for one. But also that shit better be phenomenal. Better be replayable for one. Like, replayable in the sense of, like, you haven't finished it and you're like, well, I know the story. Like, I mean, I know there's people who are like, well, I'll play Firewatch 18 times. How the fuck not? What? How are you playing Firewatch 18 fucking times? Once you have played Firewatch, you have played Firewatch. Yes, you can go around exploring and having a good time. But, bro. All in all, good game. I definitely would give it a... See, that's the part where I'm kind of... I should have been thinking about it as I'm, like, ranting on. But, you know, inflation of the episode, make it 8 hours long. No, I'm kidding. It's been, like... Shh. It's been probably almost, maybe... No, not even almost 2 hours, but... like almost an hour and 50, I want to say it should be. So, and I've been ranting for the last like maybe 10 minutes. Like, I'd say it's a good 6 out of 10. It's a good time. It's a really good time. Sad, depressing story, but like a good time. A good time. I don't think it's like a high 6, sadly, because again, like, thinking about it in full grand scheme, I got it on sale. If you are not getting it on sale, you're getting it for 20 fucking bucks. This is not 20 bucks. This took me an hour and like 40 minutes, give or take, hour 50 minutes. We'll say hour 50 minutes, just be nice. And like, I was looking around, like, I mean, okay, so Edith is technically alive, or like it's just like you're not sure when Edith dies. Weird. But like, it's so strange because it's like, especially because this game is like what, like, this game was put out in, I want to say, 2012? That's so stupid that it doesn't, like, give you... I just want to know when the game was put out. Like, why does it not show you on the front of Google Miro? That's just dumb. 2017. And I guess for the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S on 2022. But that could be when the console came out, thinking about it, versus like when it actually released. Because I don't... Maybe they did a reversion, but there's nothing extra that they're adding in that version. But 2017 for the PS4, yeah, 2017. So it's kind of a mood. I'd say it's like, thinking about it, it's low 6. It's, you know, it's good. It's good. It's a good time. But like, you're getting an hour 50 minutes from it. You may replay it because there's some fun sections, but it's like, I don't know. I think there's some stuff that they could have added more to. I love the idea of like the different gameplay mechanics in games. I think Indica did that really well. I think it could have done it better. And I think this game could have done it better too. I think it could have had a little bit more to it. The barber section was really fun and interesting. The Lewis section was very interesting. Maybe dragged on a little bit, but more or less they could have done more to it. I think there's a lot that could have been better, but also at the same time it hits better than 5. So if like, you know, in my sense, a 6 out of 10 is you did a good job. You did a good job. You can do better later on, but you did a good job. 5, you're like, you know, you hit par. It's mediocre. I can do it. You know, I didn't have a bad time. I didn't have a great time, but I didn't have a horrible time. It's not like a low 2. It's not a I think they're 2s. Yeah, Evil Within 2 I think is a 2 or a 3. 3 minus. So it's not like a 3 where it's like god awful. I think it's booty, poo-poo trash, and it doesn't deserve to have been created. Versus like other things that probably could have been better. But you know, you take that as well. But as always, fucking rip the headphone out. But as always, y'all have a good one, and we will see you next time.